Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel, The Unpopular Party, hosted by me, Malik Taylor. There seems to be a little discourse surrounding me on TikTok, YouTube, whatever, sprinkled over to Twitter, and there seems to be a certain dialogue going around that Malik Taylor himself is misogynistic, Malik Taylor hates black women, Malik Taylor sides with abusers, which inside looking out is crazy wording, and people have used their platforms to call me out. So I figure everybody else is using their platform to talk about my character, why not use my platform to defend my character? This video is just gonna be me talking, so without further ado, let's just jump straight into this breakdown. Now, if you don't know, over the weekend, I recently did a video regarding the Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, and Kelsey situation. I did videos about it on here on YouTube as well as TikTok. Reason why I reported on it because it became a hot topic. Tory's team have released some suppressed evidence from the 36 hours later, something that people was like nosy about, oh my God. And I felt like I also tried to do my job as well as going into Megan Thee Stallion's 31 pages of documentaries. I mean, maybe I didn't do it to the best of my ability, but at least I can say I tried. But I guess what I'm saying is I was reporting on the matter as if I would do any other situation. I was reporting on the situation as if it was when DDG and Halle came out about their situation. I was reporting on the situation as if it was Kalani and her bisexual baby daddy drama. I was reporting on the situation as if I was reporting on what happened at the Olympics. I know a lot of you guys don't follow me on TikTok, but TikTok is where I get the chance to do a lot of shorter form videos. You know, especially for videos that don't need a longer in-depth video on YouTube. So I report on all these hot topics, and in my mind stands to Megan Thee Stallion situation is just no different. However, I do feel like there's always a different reaction when I do these form of videos. I guess because how emotionally attached people are to Megan Thee Stallion, they immediately write off anything I have to say, and they immediately start saying I'm misogynistic. They start telling me names that I hate black women, and then I began to start getting attacked left and right with so many tropes and stuff attached to my back. Now, I do want to make it clear, although I don't really care for Megan Thee Stallion, I don't hate this girl because I don't know this woman, and that goes for a lot of celebrities in the industry. A lot of times as commentators, yeah, we gonna comment on it because, you know, y'all, you know, just like the rest of us, we be nosy, y'all know what's going on, but we don't know these people to the T. And I've always stated, you know, it's one thing to talk about commentary, but I would never come for somebody's looks. I would never come for somebody's weight. That's not what I would do in real life. That's not what I'm gonna do with my platform on YouTube or TikTok. But sometimes in doing so, I be like, well, dang, I might as well should have just came on the internet, just been like, F that B, da-da-da-da, because that's just how they're attacking my character just from my commentary. Now, here's one thing I do want to make note of. I understand not everybody's going to vibe or like my opinion, and that's okay. You're not going to always agree with what everybody has to say. We're human. But I do disagree about the dialogue about calling me out my name because I haven't called me out no name. Or like somebody talking about me on TikTok, they was like, I don't like Malik Taylor and he bad built. Okay, that second part was a little bit whoa. But once again, that comes with the game. It comes with this content creator lifestyle. You have the good and the bad. But I feel like I haven't called nobody any different than what they have possessed, which is liars. I haven't lied. I'm not the one lying. I'm just the one reporting on the lies. I called everybody in this situation from Megan, Tory to Kelsey. I called them all liars. And I feel like at this point, it's kind of losing breath because I state and emphasize that every single time. Now, some of y'all may be turned off by the title of the previous video that I did, but I mean, that's just YouTube. That's just the title. That's just to get the clicks and views. You only get 100 characters. You got to do a pop. Remember, I tested out with a video. I think I did like, you know, the complete history of Zeus Network. Didn't get no clicks. Zeus never exposed. Boom, clicks out the area. Sometimes you just have to know what get the people going. But I understood how that may have came off, and that's why I since updated the captions to also include Tory and Kelsey in that video. But ever since then, I have been viciously losing subscribers and followers, all because I see the inconsistencies in these stories. And that's what me and a lot of commentators are calling out. And that's why I made a video on my TikTok page pretty much saying like, why is it that when you don't agree with the whole Megan Thee Stallion situation, it's all of a sudden you hate black women? And when I say not agree, I'm not meaning like, you know, nothing happened to her. I'm just saying like, don't agree with the lies, the social media stuff. You just don't agree, just want to take yourself out of it. Why is it that you hate black women? It's like we understand something happened that night, but is it as clear as they want us to believe? No. If that's the case, why do they keep omitting this fight that happened between Megan and Kelsey? And then somebody in the comment section said, okay, oh well, a fight happened between them, now what? Well, now what, that goes back to another lie that Megan has stated when she said on Gayle King that she never raised her voice or put her hands on anybody. It's not to directly drag Megan Thee Stallion. It's just for you to understand it's so many inconsistencies in these stories. We're tapping out. It's a web of lies in here. We don't want to be tangled up in it from all three parties. Like I stated in my TikTok video, it's so many rabbit hole cases that we can go down where it ended in a hoax or a lie. And what these situations do, they go so viral and pull the heartstrings of people because let's be honest, as humans, we personalize and associate ourselves with this. So we think, oh my gosh, what if it was me? What would happen? But it's so many cases we can look at. It was a lie. Whenever I bring up the Jussie Smollett situation, Jussie Smollett was another situation that ended in a lie. And I never forget when that situation first happened. It was so many people, oh, just say you hate black gay men. Just say you're not defending Jussie Smollett because he doesn't look look like your typical homeboy, or he doesn't look like the type of person you would defend. And it was just people who was like, something's not making sense with the story. Why in negative 20-degree weather you're walking to the subway? And it turns out he lied, and it was crickets. These same people who had that same anna on them chest, they was nowhere to be found. Especially to my girl Lovely T. Lovely T was the main one calling out that Jussie Smollett situation, and they called her every name under the book. Once it turned out he was lying, they didn't say nothing to her. Or we look at the Carly Russell situation and how it's not that we didn't want a black woman to return home. It's just that there was a little bit of inconsistencies in this story. It was just you guys should stop berating her. Just accept the fact that she returned home safe. Gosh, you guys never want a black woman's story to end well. No, it's just that, okay, well, girl, where is the missing baby that you said that you saw? These people just hijacked you and fed you cheese and you just walked back to home so casually. And what happened? She lied about that case. Or with the brick lady who stated that she was assaulted with a brick and it left this big lump on her face all because she turned down a man. And she was crying online. There was some people that wasn't buying it, and it turns out she lied. Notice how this is not a race thing. This is not a gender thing. This is a characteristic flaw. Once you begin to lie, you lose your credibility. And what these viral stories do, they play on the heartstrings of a lot of people's vulnerability. That's why if I'm constantly giving the Megan, Tory, and Kelsey situation the side eyes, because we've seen these all before. It's the same type of opinion that I would have in those situations as I would have with those three. Especially when both sides are releasing these lies so to contradict each other. Everybody is lying. But nobody can see that point of view because it's just quicker to just deem me as, I hate black women, I'm misogynistic, I'm siding with the abuser, which could be furthest from the truth. I'm on the side of the people who don't care anymore. I've washed my hands of the situation. But that doesn't mean as commentators, if a situation come out, we're not gonna commentate on it. That's what we're known for. But I guess my videos pissed some people off on TikTok, including one activist, Too Raw, Too Real, in which, you know, we were mutuals. I guess he didn't take a liking to one of my videos and didn't even stitch and didn't even at me. I'm just scrolling on the mutual tab and then boom. My thing is this, why is it if you just don't agree with Megan Thee Stallion, now all of a sudden you just hate all black women?
It's not about just hating black women, it's about hating black people, period, because we continue to justify violence against our own community. This is no different from when white people try to justify black people being unalived by police, because this is the same shit that they said when it came to George Floyd, Tamir Rice, Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor. The list goes on and on and on and on, because black people are never seen as victims. It's always black people's fault. It's all, what did black people do to put themselves in that situation? Because we can never be seen as victims, because what? We're not human. Yes, her initial statement was a lie, because I understand as a victim of abuse myself. Okay, I was in an abusive relationship for 14 years. I lied to the police as well, talking about, oh, black eyes and scars around my neck in order to protect the black man, because that's what we've been conditioned to do in the black community. Protect the black man even to our own mother. Sound no damn different from white premises to me. Black people are human. Black people are victims. We're not motherfucking animals.
And to me, I'm just like, what are you talking about? That goes back to my original point of that video. Why is it if you just don't agree with the movement of Megan Thee Stallion, now we all hate black women? That's not the case. Like, we witness these people lie, and if you say that's not a big deal, then hey, that's you. But it's so many twists and turns, I don't want to drive the car no more. But I thought what he did in that video was some kind of sneaky stuff, because he did what most people do, and they take out 1% of what I say in a video and just use that to create their whole narrative. In that video, and which you can talk on my TikTok page, I didn't just stop at Megan Thee Stallion, but you used that video to come on here and bop in your head to bring up real victims such as George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, to put them on the same level as people who don't have the same reputation. And it just walks me back to my original point, because what are you talking about? And then to personalize that to what he went through, to kind of make it seem like I'm poking fun at assault victims, talking about some, you know, the tongue hold power. When it's you never know what you do. First of all, it's like, you don't know what I've been through. And I don't see this as a bad way, but you know, we all have some sort of a sad story. We all have something that we've been through. But do I lose brownie points because I don't put everything that I go through all over social media? Like I stated to that person, I hate what happened to you happened, but I think you're personalizing this situation so much because the actions of some of these people is not an accurate reflection of you. And like I stated, we were mutuals. If he felt confused by any of my wording, he could have DM'd me like, hey man, what you mean? I do that all the time with some of these TikTok people, like, hey, what you mean about this? Or, you know, but he used my video and sat there and let people in the comment section like just tarnish my name. And then after the video been up for like half a day, talking about you had 13,000 likes now. Oh, by the way, this is not a reflection to Malik Taylor. This is more so deeper than the situation. It's bigger than him. It's too late for that now. Even though you're claiming it's not directed towards me, all of that backlash is getting directed towards me. And it's now spilling over to people purposely missing my mark and just letting me all this type of stuff. And like I told him, I said, you know exactly how this TikTok game goes. As creators, we know the game. Which, you know, that's my fault. Because behind the scenes, I'd be so quick to congratulate. I'd be so quick to like cheer people on. And I noticed that a lot of people, they do not have that same sentiments for me. Like, this is just going off topic. But if only y'all knew half the stuff that has happened behind the scene with a lot of these mutuals, you'll begin to understand why I just stay to myself and don't collab with people. people because people are weird. A lot of them start off the same way. They come in following, oh my gosh, I love your YouTube videos, I love you, da 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 da, I love your videos. Then they start asking questions, oh my gosh, friend, how did you get your following? How did you get this? Oh, could you help me? Stuff like that. And the second they get the opportunity, boom, they dog me. And I done seen this happen before. I done seen creators make diss tracks about me. I done seen creators talk about me under videos. I done seen creators talk about me in group chat. I done seen bigger creators who, mind you, they have bigger following than me. They have bigger brand deals and stuff like that than me. Talk crap about me. Oh, I can't stand him. I don't like him. He gets on my nerves, and we're all literally doing the same exact stuff. We're all just commentating. We're all just putting our opinion out there because I guess my opinion goes against the grain. I'm thrown to the side, which is cool, but we all do the same thing. So that's why I choose to stay to myself. But Nicki Minaj has said it. It's no friends in the game. Told you ain't learned that yet. And that leads me to my next point. Yes, people, I like Nicki Minaj. That's not a secret. Never made it to be a secret. I grew up on Nicki Minaj. I listened to Nicki Minaj. I like Nicki Minaj. But does Nicki Minaj cloud my judgment? No. Because it's been plenty of times I have called Nicki Minaj out. Maybe because a lot of y'all are new, but this social media stuff is nothing new. I've been making videos since I've been on Facebook with my friends in the 6th grade. I'll talk more about that on like my social media journey. But this is not my first YouTube channel. This is not my first crack at this. I used to make videos on Vines, used to do my reaction video. If I didn't like something, as much as I'm a fan of Nicki Minaj, if I didn't like something that Nicki Minaj did, I was quick to say it. Megatron, I didn't like that. Jesse Nelson live situation, I didn't like that. Her following Kelsey, then being confused when Kelsey was modeling the shoes, I didn't like that. And I have no problem being vocal about that. Because yes, I like Nicki Minaj, but I don't know these people. I'm a fan of them. Different scenarios can be true. Even when it pertains to other rappers. I gave Lotto her props when her album came out on my TikTok channel. I told people, regardless of how y'all feel about Megan Thee Stallion, do not be calling that girl a man because you're attacking her womanhood. Even for Cardi B, I be standing up for Cardi B. Like, Cardi B, not for nothing, you are Cardi B. You don't have to keep going back and forth engaging with these people. I never let who I like cloud my judgment. Now, if she beefing somebody, yeah, we gonna talk about it. It's like, we just talking about sports, but it's always from a fun point of view. I'm not one of those barbs that's just gonna sit up all day just being mad at people that talk about Nicki Minaj. It's no secret who my favorite YouTubers are. Choice TV and Lovely. I've always loved their commentary. I grew up watching their commentary. I just love what they have to say. I love people in this big YouTube game. I've always respect people who, you're not trying to be the likable person. You're just saying your opinion. And if rock with you, rock with. If you don't, you don't. And I'm on your channel listening to your opinion. Let me see what you have to say. There's been plenty of times they didn't have their opinions about Nicki Minaj. There's been plenty of times they did their videos of Nicki Minaj. Agree or disagree, guess what I do? I still be there watching the video, seeing what they have to say because I just respect them and their commentary and how, even if I don't agree, you're gonna state your opinion unapologetically. Especially because they are commentators who are known for their commentary, and if Nicki just so happen to fall under hot topics, let me see what you got to say. And that is the plot that I feel like is missing. It's disingenuous to just write somebody off as these names just because you don't like what they have to say. In the span of 24 to 48 hours, I've been called every name under the book. The most recent one is that I'm a coon and Harriet would have unalived me. Hey, what? Like I always tell everybody that want to come into this commentary game, this is what comes with it, especially when you know that you're not moving with malicious intent. But what I think is so crazy is that the same thing that people are building and hyping me up for is the same thing that they're trying to tear me down for. In which, what I tell people, every eye that look at you is not a genuine eye. You have a lot of people that watch your content from the sidelines and they just have a preconceived envy and jealousy towards you. They can't even explain it. They just hate the way, why are you smiling today? They just hate the way how you move. So the second they can see it's a crack at you just to jump on the bandwagon, they gonna dogpile on you even if they don't care what's going on. They just wanna see you fail. They just wanna hop on top and bombard you and just bring out stuff that don't make sense. I saw somebody make a comment, I can't wait till you content creators stop making money. You're so untalented and you sit at the house making pennies. Once it gets to a realm of that, I can't even respond to that because that's just projection coming out. This ain't got nothing to do with Nicki, Megan, this is nothing to do with that. This is projection coming out the woodworks. I can't respond to that. That's why I always say you have to create your own sense of morals and values, think yourself, and that's what keep you going, and that's what keep you going to bed at night. I don't know what yours is, but I know for me, it's not a secret. I discuss on women a lot. I discuss on baddies. I discuss on a lot of these things. I've always said as a man, if I'm gonna be in this, I have to go about it in a respectful way of how I would do women in real life. Hence why you never heard me call these baddies a B, why I never called them out their name. I've never called them ugly. I never talked about their looks. I never talked about their things. We're solely talking about the stuff that we see on TV from a point of view, but never talked about them in any other aspect because that's not something I would do to a woman in real real life. And for the people who be like, oh, you just need to stick to zoo stuff or baddie, that's another counter backwards argument. Because I know that somebody was like, you know, I just feel like the Megan Thee Stallion exposed video was just too far because it's providing a place for people to come in and hate on her. Explain that more to me in the comment section, but that makes no sense to me, especially when you can be here and show up for a Scotty exposed video, you can show up for a Natalie exposed video, you want me to do an Ivory exposed video, you can show up for these exposed videos. And I'm not saying my exposed videos are bad. I feel like the whole reason why I started these exposed videos was because we see these baddies every day. They got a story. I'm here to tell their story. You know the name of the game of this channel is, you know, commentary, opinions, thought. This can't be the straw that broke the camel's back. The same way you feel like that opens the realm of hate, it can also open that same realm of hate for everybody else in the videos. Y'all be right there in the comment section commenting, so I don't know. Listen, I say all this to say the claims about me being misogynist and hating black women is just insane. I love everybody. I love everybody vibing me. And if you ever seen me in person, you know exactly what type of timing it is. To my true supporters, thank you. Thank you for still just being here with me. Thank you for still just rocking with Team Unpopular. And thank you for understanding the purpose of this channel. Everybody else that still don't rock with me, bye. Everybody else that has unsubscribed to me and has left, stay there. And if you want to join them too after this video, this is your time, go do that. Especially the person who just gonna at me on Twitter, Malik Taylor, you're weird and your videos is weird. Okay, thank you. It might look bad now, but it's nothing. To all the followers and subscribers I lost, it don't even matter. Like they say, God never takes away anything from you that he can't give back to you better or even 10 times better. So we just cutting out the doubters to make room for more supporters. And for any doubters and naysayers of Malik Taylor, this is not the end. After this video, we are gonna go back to our regularly scheduled program. I am still on the road to 100K. I will get to 100K. I will get that plaque. I will have my photos. I will continue to be successful. I will continue to have my head up high, and I will continue to be that outspoken, opinionated, authentic person that I have always been, because that's all I have is me. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for being here, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.